Hey everybody, it's Goddard here. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm really excited to be here with you on this masterclass series, which is all about coming back home to you. You may have heard that my beautiful brother passed away almost a year ago. Hey Janice, lovely to see you. Thank you for joining. And for me, it was a huge happening in my life, and I have had many huge happenings in my life. And you can feel a little bit lost. You can feel lots and lots of emotions streaming up and coming up into the surface. And so what I wanted to do was to share with you some of my experiences and insights and some healing that have really helped me to be whole and come back home to me after a massive amount of happenings. So welcome everyone. Hey Jilly, lovely to see you. Hey Hanson. So we are, as you may know, we're living through one of the most incredible, powerful times of existence. We have lots of really powerful happenings around the world. We have lots of powerful happenings where I live here in lovely Scotland, and it's a great time of transformation. And I think for me, we go through lots and lots of changes and lots of upheavals in our lives, and they're there to stretch us and to support us. However, when it comes to a big happening such as loving someone, it completely changes our dynamic. We celebrate life, we celebrate birth, we celebrate birthdays. And when it comes to the passing of someone in our human experience, there is a huge void and a lot of grief and a lot of pain. And also we can carry grief and pain from our ancestors. So what I wanted to do is start telling you about my first experience. Hey, Lyndon, love to see you. Hey, Hanson. So when I was a teenager, we had kind of finally settled in a really lovely place, which was filled with magic. We lived right by a river. We had standing stones near my house. We had a beautiful ruin of powder mills, which had many of the buildings intact. And it was kind of like the playground. Hey, Christine, hello, lovely to see you. And, it was kind of like our playground, and we had such a free life. I grew up in a very liberal and a very open household. And, as a young child, I'd get on a bus at the age of 6 or 7 and go, travel to another part of where I lived to meet my grandmother. And it was really interesting when I was 14. And just before I was 14, when I was 12, my mum left to create her own life. And I was living with my dad and my 2 brothers. And, my dad's a very interesting character, and he's kind of a story for another time. He wasn't, let's say, given a manual on what it is to be a parent. None of us are. But he definitely didn't have a manual. He didn't really have great discernment on what it is to be a parent. So one day my dad announced that we were to pack our bags, each of us pack a bag with one, with just what we really held dear to us, and not to bring everything. And it was a huge thing for us, because he told us that we were leaving to go to on a new adventure to London, and we weren't to tell anyone. And that was my first real sense and feeling of grief and loss, like leaving all my friends behind, leaving my family, my grandmother, who I love dearly, my cousins, my aunts, and my school. I was just about to do my state exams, and I was doing really well at school. And I thought, wow, I've only got another month to go before I do my exams. And, then I'm sort of like plain sailing. And I remember that moment when, we were told that news, and that the physical leaving, it was such a huge shock. And I remember feeling quite feeling that I had to be strong for my brothers, and but the reality was very different. So grief comes in many different forms. I'm just going to choose a card for today, which is really interesting. And as you know, that there is no ending. There are lots and lots of beautiful beginnings. And life, it can throw up lots of interesting happenings in our lives. So for me, I have, from my youth experienced grief, and I think I was addicted to grief. When I worked in Bosnia, I lost the love of my life in the conflict, and that was a huge element of grief to get over. So I have, over the years, I have done some crazy things in my life. and there have been times when I haven't handled the grief particularly well, such as, like, wallowing in the grief, and it's more than okay to grieve, absolutely. However, I was in a state where I was simply getting myself too deep in it, and I was actually beginning to drown, and I wasn't able to come back up to the surface. So I found, when I moved through losing someone really dear, I attended counseling sessions, which were really, really, really powerful. And I discovered that, hey, Anne, lovely to see you. And I discovered that, in moving through grief, that taking time and in stillness and being in nature really, really, really helped me. I spent a lot of time, when my best friend passed away a couple of years ago, I went and started to went back and did Monroe's. And being in nature has really, really supported me. And also knowing that, it's okay to phone somebody up and say, you're not having a good day, that you need to, you would like someone who could support you, but simply holding space and listening to you. And that person doesn't need to say anything, and it's simply holding the space. And I found that, going to grief counseling has been immensely supportive for me over the years, and it's really helped me to realize, there is life after death, and that life is also death is also a rebirth. And I feel that we all have this experience of losing someone and going through grief. Of your children grow up and they become independent, go off to university and start their own lives. There are many ways, like finishing a relationship. I completed a relationship a couple of years ago, and that was a huge process of grief that I went through. And what I decided to do in that moment was to simply come back to me and spending time with me and doing what I truly, truly loved. And spending time, I collected the memories of our times together, and the same with my brother. And although it is really, really quite it's not an easy thing to do, to sit down and look through all the beautiful photographs, but it ignited in me that lovely stillness of memory, and how powerful memories are. Because people don't die, essentially. They die physically. We are human beings in a light body, and people are going on to their next journey. And I have to say, it's been the hardest thing for me to move through. And I know that for those of you, all of you who have experienced grief, it's not an easy journey. And it's actually, I've chosen some cards for you. There is the beautiful card of the energy of rebirth. So when you are, when every ending, there's a new beginning. And when somebody passes on and moves away, hey, the live stream keeps getting interrupted. Interesting. I wonder what's going on. Let me just check. Sometimes it's we're still in Mercury retrograde, so the energies are quite powerful, and there's lots of powerful energies going around. Hey, Anna, lovely to see you. So rebirth. And when we go through grief, and I found that going through grief is going through a rebirth yourself, and going through a rebirth in a really fluid, beautiful way. And the energy of water is really magnificent. Water is the only energy that can transform from a solid into liquid and into vapor, and it's a very, very, very powerful energy to play with. And there are lots of lovely elemental energies that you can tap into. And I found that the energy, the energy of water in its fluid form has really, really, really helped me to move through. And like crying is a really, really wonderful process. So what I would suggest you do is see here, this card is showing this great big vessel of water, which is infinite, and it has no end, and it's filling up these beautiful cups. And it's not about catching yourself, but it's about ensuring that your cup is infinitely full. And if you feel at times that your cup and that vessel of you is feeling empty, it's filling up with something that's really loving, that's something really nourishing, that's really heartwarming. And I know I've spoken to many people who have gone through grief and have ended up, drinking to fill in that void. And alcohol is not a healthy alternative. Yes, it's okay to have a drink to celebrate the life of someone. However, alcohol is a depressive as well. So when you're feeling in that state of feeling that state of mourning, that state of grief, it can take a little bit of time to reignite the spark of life. So here we have this beautiful card that is like, we have this spark, and within us we have an infinite spark, and together with water and fire, and I'm a water and a fire sign, and together they can work really, really well, because the fire, the water can temper the fire, and the fire can temper the water, if that makes sense. And they really, really complement each other in really, really beautiful ways. So what I would like to do is do a healing, and I have chosen this beautiful card. This is the energy of the beautiful serpents, and this is the energy of equilibrium. It's the energy of balance, the energy of harmony. And what this is about really going into you without fully going into you. So it's about wrapping yourself around in a really loving, nourishing way inwardly, and also externally as well, and ensuring that you have lovely support. And here you have the beautiful red serpent and the silver serpent, and they almost come in the form of a dragon. And the dragon energy is really, really, really beautiful, because what it does is it comes in and it's an essence of purity. And dragons are the guardians of our sacred sites, and also of us as human beings. And for those of you who are into dragons, they are very, very powerful with transforming energy. So what I'm going to do is tune in to all of you. Can you hear me? I'm gonna, let me just see if I can get on the live stream. Okay. So if you can all hear me, if you give me a thumbs up if you can hear me, if I'm not being interrupted. Okay, all right. Okay, no one is responding. That's okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in the beautiful energy of harmony. And what we're going to do is harmonize the void that you may be feeling. So bringing back into union the beautiful harmony, the beautiful balance of your inner and your outer self. Because sometimes when we go through grief, we can feel very lost, we can feel very isolated and very alone. And oftentimes what can happen is that friends that you feel are really good friends, they don't actually know what to say, because they want to support you and help you, but they don't know how to express it, if that makes sense. So you are the most important person today. So take a deep, deep breath in and exhale, and feel yourself diving into your beautiful, beautiful heart chakra, and feel your heart filling up with the energy of divine gold. Feeling that lovely, lovely light, filling all of you, embodying all of you, feeling that golden light, fill every single cell, every molecule of your being, moving through your conscious, your subconscious mind, your higher self, your inner child, your inner adolescent, filling all of you. So you feel like you are that flame of light, that spark of life that's coming into being. Now feel yourself expanding to all of infinity, and you're going to connect in with the core of creation. And even if you feel that you're not in the core of creation, you are already there. So filling your heart, filling your whole being, expand in this golden light, knowing that you are safe. And the core of creation is the energy of source energy, the energy of the creator of all that is, the highest frequency energy in the whole of the galaxies, in the whole of existence, in all of infinity. Taking a deep, deep breath in and exhale. Now feel yourself walking deep bare feet, with bare feet walking along this wonderful carpet of green moss that's succulent, it's warm, it's nourishing, and feeling that wonderful energy supporting you as you move. And you're going to see a beautiful, magnificent oak tree and a beautiful pool of crystalline energies. Now sit beneath the oak tree with your feet dipped in the beautiful pool of crystalline energies, and the water is warm, it's comforting, it's loving, it's compassionate, it's filled with peace. Now take a deep, deep breath in and exhale, and please do not operate heavy machinery or drive whilst listening to this healing. Now feeling the beautiful, we're going to call in the beautiful core energy of harmony. And we're going to bring in that wonderful energetic flame of life. That's going to support the voids within you, supporting you to come back into your harmony, into your oneness. Feeling this energy, filling every single cell of your being. And feeling the harmony moving through your past, your present, your future lifetimes. Feeling harmony extend into all elements and all facets of your life. Now feeling harmony rise into your heart, connecting into your lungs. And any anger, any resentment, any fear, any sense of loneliness and emptiness that you may be feeling, we're going to bring in the wonderful energy of the lovely vessels of water. So bring in the energy of water that's going to swim and embody around you, filling every single molecule of your being, filling those spaces which feel empty, replenishing your divine vessel of life, replenishing all your cells, all your molecules, replenishing the whole and the infinity of you, and feeling the wonderful warmth of the fire, the energy, the element of fire coming in to support you. Feeling that energy touch and caress your skin. Feeling the warmth. Feeling that spark of energy. Feeling the vitality of you restoring. Feeling it's safe for you to replenish and refill your cups. And that you are more than worthy and deserving of doing this. And it is safe for you to do this. And you already know what it feels like to harmonize yourself and to replenish yourself in the most soul nourishing of ways. And this energy is now moving through your soul and filling your soul, aligning, reconfiguring, reconnecting with you, and feeling yourself part and aligned with your soul. Now feeling this energy moving through your ancestral lines, going back to the point of creation, feeling you whole, feeling yourself free, feeling yourself in that divine flow of water, that divine flow of emotion, and feeling your emotions harmonize, feeling your emotions awaken in life, in vitality, in courage and strength, in love, compassion, and forgiveness. Now feeling that spark of life coming in to embody the harmony that is within you and without you. So in your internal life, in your external life, taking a deep, deep breath in and exhale. Now feeling yourself coming into your awareness, sitting in that beautiful space of the core of creation, where you have the oak tree and the crystalline pool. Feel yourself step up out of that beautiful pool, feeling yourself rise up, feeling your courage, feeling your strength. And what we're going to do now is we're going to anchor you in this wonderful energy of the harmony of you, the replenishment of you, the rejuvenation of you, the vitality, the warmth, and the glow of you. Taking a deep, deep breath in. Exhale. Now feel yourself moving from the core of creation, anchored in the core of creation. Coming back into your awareness, into your heart chakra. And moving down into your beautiful soul, your plexus, your sacral, your root. Moving through all the chakras in your legs through to the tips of your toes, and feeling yourself moving 2 feet beneath your feet. And anchoring yourself in your Earth Star chakra. And feeling the warmth of Mother Earth. and the warmth of your earth star chakra, because you are the essence of stars, you are the essence of creation. You are aligned with the infinity and all that is. You are aligned with the harmony of all that you are. Taking another deep breath in and exhale. Now feel yourself moving down through all the layers of the earth and connecting in with the heart chakra of Gaia, and feeling Gaia coming and wrapping her warmth, her divine ecosystem around you, all her gifts, all her knowledge, a divine message that is solely for you. Feel yourself receiving the message that she is giving you, that will empower you and support you to nourish and replenish, sustain your infinite vessel of life. Filling yourself whole. Take a deep, deep breath in and exhale. Now filling yourself in that wonderful space of integration, so fully supported by Mother Earth, integrating this beautiful energy through all your cells, all your molecules, through your conscious, your subconscious mind, through your inner child, your inner adolescent, your higher self, integrating through all your chakras, all your systems, all your organs, and all the spaces in between, filling yourself enriched in the warmth, the solace, the magnificence, and the brilliance of you. Trusting in you, trusting in your truth, trusting in your knowing, trusting in your experiences, and feeling that wonderful infinite flow of memories, memories of light, memories of laughter, transforming the energy of pain. Taking a deep, deep breath in and exhale, bringing in the energy of love to support any pain you may be feeling emotionally, physically, psychically, etherically, and astrally. Taking another deep breath in and exhale. Now filling yourself, rising up through all the layers of the earth, connecting in with your earth star chakra, moving through all the secondary chakras in your legs, connecting in with your root chakra, the very core of you, your groundedness, your earthiness, moving into your sacral, where your emotions are alive and calm and harmonious, moving into your plexus, where your plexus is feeling the harmony of you, reverberating and resonating through every single element of you, and feeling the wonderful energy of your soul, celebrating your life, celebrating your journey, celebrating your experiences and the truth and the power of you, and knowing that you were gifted with this life and these experiences because you are strong and courageous, amazing and brilliant. And bring in again the essence of love, coming into your heart chakra, feeling that connection with your beautiful heart, and feeling the energy, the air of life, the breath of life, igniting your beautiful heart and your lungs as you move up into your throat, feeling the energies harmonize your throat, trusting that you are exactly where you are right now, and your experiences are filled with divine intention, filled with divine gifts and teachings. Moving into the chakras in your ears, where you hear and you feel and you sense the divine messages. You hear and you feel and you sense the nature. Spring is unfurling all about us, tapping into the magnificence and the richness and the magic of nature, the richness of your company, the richness of those who support you, the richness of yourself. Moving into your third eye, tapping into your divine intuition, your internal compass that supports you infinitely, and trusting in you, in your choices and your decisions. Moving into your crown chakra, which is the gateway to all that is, where you can communicate with the divine energies of those whom you love, of yourself, and be a pure channel of communication. moving up into your universal unity chakra, integrating all these beautiful energies and healings into your universal unity chakra. It's about 3 feet above your head. And this star chakra is empowering you, supporting you in the resonance of you. Taking a deep, deep breath in and exhale. Wriggle your fingers, wriggle your toes, coming back into your heart chakra, coming back into your awareness, physically, emotionally, spiritually, etherically, and astrally, and feeling yourself invigorated and energized for your day ahead. Taking a deep, deep breath in and exhale. And if you're about to sleep whilst listening to this, may you sleep with the sweetness of slumber. And may your dreams be enriched with divine love, harmony, and magnificence. Take another deep breath in and exhale. And when you're ready, open your eyes. So how is everyone doing? Thank you for joining me. I'm not seeing any comments. Oh, hey, Claire. Hey, Deb. Oh, hey, Annie. You're really welcome, Lyndon. So Annie, does anyone have any questions for me? Or anything you'd like to share? Okay, you're very welcome. Well, thank you all for joining me today. Tomorrow, I will be doing another healing to support you to come back home to you, and I will tune in to see. I'm channeling this masterclass. It's pure channeling, which is really, really, really beautiful. So tomorrow we will see what will come up for everyone. And today is all about coming back to your harmony. And when you're in that state of harmony, it's really beautiful. It's really empowering you, to supporting you to fully come back home to you. And also when you are in harmony, you will be able to move through any situation in your day and any happenings with divine ease and love. Okay, you were so emotional. Oh, Lyndon. Okay, so sending you lots of love. This is why we brought in the lovely energy of love. So let's choose a card to close. So the emotions, allow the emotions to flow, because the core energies that I run are very powerful, but they're very gentle, but they ignite emotions. And so emotions, like when you're crying, when you're, tears are a really beautiful, beautiful way of healing and transforming energy. So give yourself a moment and drink some water and ground yourself. You can ground yourself in your Earth Star chakra and also in the beautiful heart chakra of Mother Earth. So there's 2 cards that have come out for the close of today. So everything that is in it, that everything that's moving on in your life that's happening today is a reflection of your inner, of your subconscious. And here we have this mermaid who's sitting, and a heron that's feeling weighted down, and she is holding up the essence of the moon, so the moon deity energy. And then you have this figure that's on a boat that feels like you're like a little bit out of disconnection and not fully aligned with everything that's going on. However, this is just a state of mind. It's not what the reality is. And this is about the beauty that is all around you, and it's about tapping into the beauty, so the breath of life. So allowing yourself to breathe, allowing yourself to unfurl the energies, allowing yourself to let that energy you're holding inside to come out. And that can be through crying. You can go for beautiful walks in nature, take a beautiful bath, go for a massage. There are many, many, many ways to shift and to transform energies. And so the breath of life is really beautiful. So breathe with your breath. And there is no particular way to breathe. You breathe because breathing is really important. It's the essence and the foundation of our existence. So breathe into the energies, breathe into the emotions, and allow yourself that space and that time as the energies continue to do their work. Okay, so thank you everyone, and I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow at 4 o'clock here on Core Expansion with Finn Goddard. And if you have any questions, do let me know, and I look forward to seeing you all. If you haven't already signed up to my mailing list, I will be sending the recording, the replay of this out a little bit later. So in the group, I have put in a link where you can sign up to get the replay, and I promise I won't be bombarding you with emails, but you will then have the replays to listen to again and again at your leisure. Okay, thank you so much. It's been such an honor to work with you, and have a beautiful, beautiful day, and enjoy the spring that's coming forth for all of us at this time. Lots and lots of love to you, and see you tomorrow at 4 o'clock GMT. Bye.